It's 6:30 on January 20th. I'm going to call the Legislation, Codes, and Regulations Committee meeting to order. Clerk, would you take the roll, please?
Mr. R. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Kreider?
Here.
Mr. Clark?
Yeah.
We have the summary of proceedings from our previous meeting on the 5th, I believe. Anybody have any questions about those summaries?
No. Move to accept. And I'll second.
Clerk?
Mr. R. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Kreider?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We have one item of business on the new business tonight, and that's an amendment to ordinance 2025-122, which we just passed at the end of last year. We passed what the state required us to have in order to be compliant with them as far as cybersecurity policy goes. I believe that satisfies the minimum requirements, but there's more that needs to be done on that. So what I'm proposing tonight is an amendment, adding some things that will strengthen this cybersecurity policy and hopefully keep Marion out of trouble as far as hackers and phishers and things like that. Anybody have any questions on the amendment? On the items that were amended? I have a summary here.
Right here. The rationale for the necessity of amendments.
Yes.
And there are several for each section, or mainly on section 3.
Right.
So,
Anybody have any questions on that?
no, I thought it made it more clear, provide more clarity, and it's a lot more thorough and complete, so.
I do too, and that's the reason I think we need to do this. Does anybody in the audience have any questions? Is everybody familiar with what we're adding? What's the wishes of the committee?
I'll make a motion to accept and move on to council.
Actually, I think we failed to have
Recommendation to approve?
For approve, yeah, for approve, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Second.
Clerk, please.
Mr. R. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Kreider?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to matters not on the agenda. Does anyone have anything pertaining to legislation codes?
Yes, the fax copy you were given when you came in about the liquor permit for 885 East Center Street.
Yeah.
I also received a certified letter for another liquor permit for 138 South Main Street. The dates these permits were filed with the state was almost a year ago on each of them. Having reviewed our records, we already approved these back when they originally came in. I don't know why the state is sending us repeats, but we've received the one 3 times now, and the faxed one, that's the second time it's come in.
Can we contact them and find out what they're thinking?
I have been trying to and not getting any responses, but I wanted you to know that that's why it's here. The letters came in, my job's to bring them to you, but
Okay.
our records indicate we've already approved them, they've already been sent to the state. I have, reply emails that they received them, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so once you get your information from the state, then we can either schedule a meeting or not, whichever. Anyone else have anything? Matters not on the agenda? Hearing none, meeting adjourned, 6:34.
Woohoo, woohoo. Do I have to move?
Nope. Stay right where you're at. I don't think I'm in the next one. I think
I try and make it easy so you don't have to go far.
No, pretty angel.
Y'all ready? All right, good evening, everybody. The time is 6:35. We'll call this Municipal Services Committee to order. Clerk, would you please take the roll?
Mr. T. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Larkin?
Here.
All right, we have some summary proceedings. Has the committee had a chance to look over those?
Yes.
How are we feeling about them? I know both of you, this is your first committee meeting, I believe, so the minutes, right? I can assure you they are correct. I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it. I was here.
Clerk, would you please take the roll?
Mr. T. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Larkin?
Yes.
All right, we'll move on to the first item of new business. And Clerk, would you please read that?
Resolution adopting the Marion County Local Hazard Mitigation Plan, December 2025, and declaring an emergency. This came from the mayor.
Okay. As I understand it, this is just a hazardous mitigation plan that's being updated or submitted. Would you like to fill us in, Mayor?
This is a, from Sarah McNamee, the Director for Marion County EMA. This is a committee that meets regularly and has to update this plan. And they've done so, and the next step in that process is for the county and us to pass a resolution or an ordinance to approve the plan for our use. It's kind of a, I don't know if it's annual or every 2 years, but
Every 2 or 3.
so it's something that's done in the normal course of business.
The chief is correcting me, it's every 5.
Every 5. Oh, good.
Has the committee had a chance to read over the ordinance?
Yes.
Yes.
I make a motion to approve and send on to council with recommendation.
Second.
Okay, Clerk, please take the roll.
Mr. T. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mrs. Larkin?
Yes.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 2. It's public discussion for municipal services, Parks and Rec. If anybody in the audience has anything they would like to bring forward, please do so. Okay, I plan on at least making sure we have a municipal services meeting at least monthly, whether items are brought forward from the community or the committee itself, that would be great. So if nobody has anything, we'll be adjourned at 6:38.
That was fast. I'm curious. All right. Just trying to stay warm.
What's this?
It's on the agenda.
We got 6 minutes.
Is this, Lila, is this different from what we have in here?
She said, yeah, it's a change on what's on here. It'll be on that, isn't it? No, there's not on the agenda. Chelsea, which one is it? So wait a minute.
Item number 6. They're exactly the same except for maybe 2 things are different.
This is 6.
Yeah.
This is the one that,
The one I just gave you has the attachment on the back. So you can see it better. Nope.
this is the one you just gave me.
All the way on the end. Yeah. So you guys can see it. I felt like it was small on ordinance.
And the recorder's still recording, thank God. I forgot to turn it on the 5th.
Was that right?
So this was
So this is what was adopted. That was 25% of that, right? This is what it is. And then the last column is state and reading why for the rationale.
Forgot to have you read that.
That's okay. Copy number 6 has got a spreadsheet on the back. It's easy to find.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. That other one is.
Chelsea, you don't happen to have the total behind you?
It's not like it's
The general fund or whatever.
all the GLs are listed. I didn't feel it was necessary as it wasn't all separate.
There's a chance to make a collect copy. Mr. Shaker kept saying, call me, call me. He kept saying, don't call me.
Because these don't have numbers on the bottom like they usually do.
Go roaming.
Okay, we'll call the Finance Committee to order, please. Clerk, if you'll take roll.
Mrs. Lang,
Here.
Mr. Rollins,
Present.
Mr. Arschmidt,
Here.
Next on the agenda are proceedings, the minutes. I had multiple corrections that need to be made. I've not had time to review the corrections, so we're going to pass on the proceedings until I have time to review those minutes again. Old business, item number 1, 2, and 3, because the city auditor is not here, and questions can't be answered, we're going to pass on all those. Moving on to item number 4, Finance for Corpro Grant. Clerk, if you'll read, please.
Ordinance authorizing the auditor to appropriate the necessary funds and accept reimbursement funds from the Dedicated Funds Program Grant through the Central Ohio Rural Planning Organization, Corpo, and declaring an emergency.
Okay, this is coming from the finance budget.
It's actually coming from
You
me.
got,
Yep.
okay, Zoe, go for
So
it.
this is for the corporate grant that we were awarded. I brought it to council sometime last year. It's just to appropriate the funds for it. It is a 20% match, which we said we would take from the BARC TIP fund because it's for the U-turn at the corner of Barks Road and Miller Avenue where the delineators are.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are we just going to do one of those, or, I know there's 3 roads there that have the dividers in the middle. Are we just going to do a U-turn on one of those, or all of them?
We're doing a U-turn on, I believe,
Delaware.
yeah, it's just on Delaware, and it's kind of going around, so
Okay,
you
so
can make the RVs.
North of Barks Road then, right? Yeah. Is it Delaware North or Delaware South of Barks Road?
North.
It is right in front of Speedway.
Okay.
So you're doing that UE that a lot of people are already doing,
Yep.
except that you can do it legally and have pavement to drive on.
Some of them are going through the little dividers too.
So,
Okay.
fortunately, it's a solution.
Is there any other questions?
I'll make a motion to send to council with a recommendation to approve.
I second.
Clerk, take roll.
Ms. Lang?
Yes.
Mr. Rollins?
Yes.
Mr. Arschmidt?
Yes.
Okay, moving on to item number 5, Finance 5. Clerk, if you'll read, please.
Ordinance authorizing the carry forward expenses appropriations for an ongoing project into subsequent fiscal year.
Hey, Mr. Toronto, I'm going to let you explain all this.
Okay, so this was phase 2 and phase 3 of the long-term control plan for the water treatment plant. This was something that you guys had approved last year, but none of the expenses or anything like that had happened. But what this ordinance is for is the way that OWDA has their loan run, it's changed. So now the city has to request reimbursement from OWDA, and then we pass it on to the vendors. So this is making appropriations for us to receive those funds from OWDA and then pay out the vendors for that. So it's really just used as a pass-through for those amounts.
Is there any questions?
Is this additional appropriation above what the budget would be?
Correct.
I make a motion, we pass this on to council with a recommendation to approve.
And I'll second. Clerk, take roll, please.
Ms. Lang?
Yes.
Mr. Rollins?
Yes.
Mr. Arschmidt?
Yes.
Moving on to item number 6. Clerk, when you're ready, if you'll go ahead and read, please.
Ordinance authorizing the release of expenditures of more than 25% of the approved first quarter budget due to the annual expenses required to be paid in advance for the year ending December 31st, 2026.
Okay, we were given a revised copy for tonight over the original that was given to us. Basically, this is giving, increasing the first quarter budget so that they can pay first quarter bills that, most of them are one-time bills that are paid in the first quarter. That explain it?
Yeah, so some of them are all due up front. Like you would pay a subscription for the full year. So being that they just have the quarter of the amount, some of the lines that are outlined on the ordinance, there's not enough money in there to support the full year of that expense. So there's very specific outlined line items and lines that the departments were requesting that they have that full amount up front. And the detail and the rationale was provided.
See, this is not declaring an emergency, so can we pass this to next meeting and so we get a chance to study the new figures?
Anything financial wise, I was under the impression does not require an emergency clause.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes effect immediately. Everything
Okay.
else would be the 30-day requiring the emergency.
All righty. Yeah.
A lot of these other things on here are first quarter requirements, like contractually with different unions. They were supposed to get quartermaster in the first quarter, or fallout, turnout gear.
Clothing allowance.
Clothing allowance, that kind of thing, that's paid in the first quarter. So it's kind of the same thing we went through, I think, in '24 when we passed that budget. Those annual items that come up at the beginning of the year that you have to pay the full subscription or contractually is what most of these are.
One of them I see is the contract with Tyler Tech, and then increases in utility bills, medic training.
Yeah, they weren't items that they just wanted the money just to have it. It was obligation.
So like just regular first quarter operational expenses.
Yeah.
Just a quick question on, I know one of the items here is road salt. How are we sitting currently with road salt?
As far as what we have left.
Yeah.
They filled up to the gills, luckily.
Did they?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, carried over last year and filled up to the gills this year, so.
Okay.
And I think we did that
So-
in October, September,
So I
October, so
assume,
we could get a better.
so I assume this is at a decent price. It's not,
Right, yeah, a lot of people are getting stuck paying a pretty high dollar right now because they can't get salt, so we were lucky it was full.
It was full. We did get an email from Greg a few days ago, that he wanted to add another 35,000 to purchase more salt. I guess they've used quite a bit during some of this weather we've had.
yeah, I would imagine. So that's the request that's in here, I presume,
Yeah.
correct?
Request from the superintendent.
So it is pretty well depleted at this point.
I don't know about food, but they.
They're asking for 500 tons,
Okay.
$66.13 per ton.
If there's no, any other questions, I'll make a motion to send on to council with a recommendation to approve.
Second.
Clerk, take roll, please.
Ms. Lang?
Yes.
Mr. Rollins?
Yes.
Mr. Archibald?
Yes.
Moving on to item number 7. Clerk, if you'll read when you're ready, please.
Ordinance providing additional appropriations for continuing state-required training to the police officers for the fiscal year 2026.
Okay.
This is state-funded continuing education. They had received $97,000 on 114 to go towards that amount. And then Chief?
So the state requires us to complete at least 24 hours of training per officer, and they will reimburse us 100% of the officer's hourly salary for that, up to 40 hours. Most of our officers got way more than the 24-hour minimum. We've got that money back. when we cut our budgets, we have eliminated our training, anticipating spending this state reimbursement money to replace it. So we're asking to appropriate a portion of the money that we've received so we can schedule the mandated training for 2026.
Okay, so these are funds, state funds that we've already received.
We've already received it.
On 114, we received the money.
Okay. Are there any other questions?
I'll make a motion to send on to council with a recommendation to approve.
Second.
Clerk, take roll.
Ms. Lang?
Yes.
Mr. Rollins?
Yes.
Mr. R. Smith?
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to matters not on the agenda, have a ordinance that is being brought by Mr. Bodine.
Yes, before this meeting, we had our kickoff meeting to describe the new commercial building department that is starting on February 1st. I think the meeting went really well. Just like anything new that you start, you kind of got to have some seed money to just kind of deal with any of the initial expenses, initial people to give money back. So we're asking just for an appropriation of $10,000 to be there in case we need it at the beginning. Just to be clear to council, we went through the steps. Mr. Shetler has been through the ringer with him, and this will not cost the city any money over time. It's just this initial start of the fee just to get things going.
And it's not cash.
And it's not cash, it's just an appropriation. It's there for us to access as needed, only as needed.
So once that revenue comes in, we'll have the appropriations that we can then.
They originally suggested.
Take out of that.
They originally suggested 20,000, and I thought that was way too much, and I discussed it with the engineer, and we honestly think 10,000 is too much, but we just want to play it safe. But bottom line is, I don't think we're going to use it. We just want it there for the initial startup.
Did we adjust this out of someplace else in the budget, though?
It's not cash.
Okay,
It's just giving them the right that once they have that revenue, then they can spend it.
okay. So it'll be almost like a pass-through, like our bonded contractors are at this point.
Correct.
Very much so.
Any questions?
I make a motion, we pass this on to council.
I have a question. What account are we putting this in?
The revenue is going to be 101-1031-4621, plan development fee.
Okay.
It's on the ordinance.
Oh, I didn't get the ordinance.
And then the expenses are going to be 101-1031.542. 402. Clerk, if you'll take roll, please.
I need a second.
Oh,
Second.
I'm sorry. I thought-
Also, I had a recommendation to approve on that.
Ms. Lang?
Yes.
Mr. Rollins?
Yes.
Mr. R. Smith?
Yes.
Okay, moving on to other matters on the agenda. Does anybody have anything? Did we miss anything?
I thought I had one for the bond
Yeah.
for engineering.
Yes, you said.
Did I say that?
I don't.
These are the only ones I've gotten.
So I have the pavement and excavation bonds. The standing item that, I mean, I have my copy.
I didn't get one, so.
Yeah, she sent it not this week, she sent it early last week.
By our Thursday.
Yeah, and I approved it. I do remember seeing it.
Are any bond payments going to be held up if we wait 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, she sent this like last Tuesday or Wednesday. Not this week,
Last Thursday.
last
maybe.
week.
It's for bond payments?
Yeah,
For the
and it's
pavement
just,
and excavation bonds, that standing item that we keep for engineering. once it's been
Mm.
inspected.
So that we can get the payments back to them.
Calling it
without-
bond payments is a it's really refunding.
It's refunding,
Refunding,
yeah.
So, did you want to see it, Rob?
Yeah, look at that.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to send that on to council with a recommendation to approve.
I'll second that. You want this? Send it there.
Clerk, if you'll take roll, please.
Ms. Lang?
Yes.
Mr. Rollins?
Yes.
Mr. Arson?
Yes.
Matt, did you want a copy of this?
I'll get one email tomorrow.
Okay. Chelsea? Thank you. Hey, are there any other matters not on the agenda?
If, I got a question.
You'll have to come to the podium, please.
Alrighty, I'm going down. Since the auditor's not
hold on.
here for
Text, wait a minute, please.
Sorry, my bad.
You're all right. Name and address.
Sarah Burgraff, 135 Curtis Court, and city bus driver.
All right, now you
Now
may
you can
proceed.
say.
Can the deputy auditor possibly answer a question about our check?
You can ask.
You can ask, I
When are you
don't know.
guys gonna take the money back that we were paid over, and how? Like in one lump payment, overpayment, out of our next check, like?
We had a meeting today and discussed bringing in some help to do ADP. So right now, I don't have an answer for you, but our goal is to make sure that we get the payroll out next time correctly and then start working by department to get things fixed for
Well,
everybody.
that should always be the goal, but what I'm saying is, are we gonna get another surprise and then like another wrecking ball like through our check? And then a
No,
lot of us
I
aren't
think
good
that
with money or math or.
Well, I think it's going to be discussed, but it's not going to be where we take it all back at once. I'm sure we're going to try to do it in phases to not disrupt anybody too hard.
Right.
I don't know exactly what the extent is. We have to determine what the
And I mean, the
extent is.
common thought process there would be like, if you just don't touch it, you would be all right, but some of us don't even know what it is we're not supposed to touch because of the magnitude that our checks are and stuff, so. All right, thanks.
Are there any other questions?
Kimberly Mayer, 890 Gedmore Street. Wasn't here last week. I had something else that was a little bit more pressing. First, I want to say I want to thank God that I'm here because I'm here because of this money that was missing. Is where this all started. But it's more than that. All right. It says, how did our city get this deep in trouble with no clear accountability? Well, I would say perhaps that may well have started with the fact that our auditor wasn't involved in the initial ADP implementation, according to a local podcast I came across. Not promoting the show per se, but the info, if correct, is damning. You know, as we stand here and point fingers at a young woman who was initially placed in her position. I would be curious to see who prompted, that. And who prompted her to do that first. A position that she might not have been qualified for. If someone prompted her to do it, that or the Lord may have told her, I don't know. Nonetheless, she then ran and became auditor. During this time, she had a payroll clerk named Leslie and a lady named Chelsea, whom I know works at the mayor's office as a budget director. I don't know about other people, all right? Because there are details that I'm not privy to, because I'm just a regular person. So maybe the mayor or anyone else could answer and explain why and when. After the city agreed to go with ADP, that we would not include the auditor, who is not here to defend herself. You always keep talking. She's not even here. Huh, I wonder why. Anyway. Well, the fact that, that she might not have been implemented on the process might be part of the problem. Anybody ever think about that? She is now responsible for operating and reconciling payroll, yet she wasn't there during a crucial time in the process. Failure on anyone who could have helped her. I blame failure on anyone who could have helped her get a hand up. And as of people that were in the office, there's only one here today. As of that I know, of this Leslie and Chelsea. So I have to ask you, Chelsea, did you go down the hall and ask her to help, that you can help? Did you do that? I'm asking you. I want an answer, please.
So I have helped with implementation.
Okay.
I did.
Implementation.
Correct.
I got that. Am I correct or not correct in the fact that she wasn't privy to that?
Privy to what?
The implementation part.
You asked the mayor to answer that, I can answer.
I asked the mayor or anyone, so great, go ahead.
I would be happy to answer that. She was involved with the decision-making to go with ADP, and also from the very beginning, way back February of 25.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was involved during that whole time, and those people worked out of her office that were being trained to implement ADP.
Okay.
So she was involved from the very beginning.
She was involved in all of the processes of setting down?
She was invited to every meeting,
Did she go to the meetings?
You'd have to ask her.
Well, I'm going to ask someone else that was in the meetings. Did she go to the meetings? I'm asking, you were there.
It's okay, I was there.
You were there?
I was there for a lot of
Okay,
them.
great, so you were there for a lot of them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of finger pointing going on. And you're one of them. You're doing a lot of finger pointing. For someone that, I don't even know if she should have been elected to the office.
You can point at me, that's okay.
No, you're the one doing finger pointing.
I just
Because
put,
I've already been
put
here
blame
in
where
other,
blame lies, that's
in
all.
other couple other things I've seen and heard you guys point fingers. Anyway, all right, the thing is there's implementation processes that had to go along, and she should have been like the key person, because she was the auditor.
I would absolutely agree with you on that. You are 100% correct.
And she was. She was, like Mayor said, and I was at all those meetings. She was invited to all of those meetings, all of the implication, all of the training, which if she didn't show up, that was on her, but the rest of us were there.
Okay, so the rest of you were there, so I'm gonna ask you again. So is anybody gonna say whether or not she attended or didn't attend these meetings?
She
'Cause I wasn't
didn't.
there.
She did not attend.
Okay, thank you, because that was one of the questions, as in some of the information I was hearing on a radio show that I just acknowledged that I said I wasn't being credible to, I didn't say. So this was more, because I surely wasn't there for all these meetings. Okay, I surely wasn't there, okay? So I was trying to clear up that, because if that's the case, that's crucial, all right? So.
Can I answer one of your other questions? Payroll clerk, Melody was the payroll clerk. She left, and Leslie was trained, and then Leslie quit, and then Jeff was hired in August. Now, why Jeff is not doing payroll, I can't answer that. But she has a payroll clerk in that office. Why he's not being utilized and why he is not doing the payroll completely, why she's involved in it, you're gonna have to ask her those questions.
Yeah, because I'm here for the grand purpose of it.
I'm trying to answer your questions.
And you are, and that's great. I'm just saying, I'm not on one side, I'm not on this side. I'm here to get down to the bottom of it, because I'm here as a Marion person, and our money is involved. Anyway, I wanted to just say, everyone was quick to point the blame the finger at a young lady, knowing that she wasn't very well equipped. Well, if she didn't do her job going to the meetings, I don't know, okay? All I know is she may not have been equipped for the job to begin with. A little bit more hands up could have helped, I was just thinking if that wasn't the case, that maybe, incompetence wasn't.
So, and to
only the
answer
thing.
your question on giving her help, she has been offered numerous help from numerous people. We're gonna bring in a company that was familiar with our system and help with that implementation, she didn't want the help. She refused it, she declined it.
Bring in a company to help with the implementation of what?
A temp, is that what you're thinking of? The temp?
No, when we were gonna bring in Clemens and Nelson,
And what was that? What was Clemens and Nelson?
they are an accounting firm that is familiar with payroll and the such to fill that gap in between not having a payroll clerk and implementing ADP, and she refused it. We have offered her everything. There's nothing more the city that we can do.
Okay, I was just wondering, because I'm like, I've stood here before and you mentioned, stay in your own lane. So I know everybody has to be in their own lane.
And
that's why I'm over here, I'm like.
And so
did anybody help?
that's all we can do, is offer.
Right.
The ultimate choice and the ultimate decision is hers to make. We can say, this is available for you, we're offering this to you. If she refuses it, there's nothing, that's her, the final decision is hers.
All right. So I'm going to leave you with this. This is just a list of questions that apparently we're just going to always make sure it's her fault. I don't know. I just want to get down to the bottom of it as a person. So I'm going to leave you with these. I'm going to read them off. First off,
Who are the questions for?
I'm going to
The auditors?
I'm going to give them to, I don't know. I'm going to give them to you. You're in charge of financing. I'm going to give them to you because then I can get an answer to the questions.
Do you have your email address on there?
I will put it on there, sure.
Thank you.
But it has to do with the ADP implementing process and training, knowledge and transfer, and the continuity of who's involved. So when these people leave, who else is going to do it?
Those questions I can't answer.
Then
That
we're
has
gonna
to come from the auditor's office.
Then we're going to send them to the auditor's office then. And then the budget configuration, well, wait a minute. If it's not only her responsibility.
It is. It's her responsibility to have things for us. It's not up to us to prepare the reports or do what needs to be done. It
But
is-
wait a minute, I was over here that one day and she had to get permission to run a report.
No.
She did. I remember I got it.
It was not permission.
It was
We
not-
ordered her to run it because she hadn't been running it.
It was an ordinance demanding her to run it.
Okay, because this is at the
So you-
beginning when I first started to come
Well-
here. And that's when I was, my very first time coming here, because I'm just new to this. I
Okay,
haven't been
okay.
part of any of all of this hoo-ha-ness.
So that ordinance, because we weren't getting the report,
So
the
that's what
ordinance was to make her.
Okay, all right.
See, and it's
That's what I'm
sad,
hearing.
and it's sad that we have to do an ordinance to tell her how what she needs to do in her office.
Which is, I'm not gonna argue that point is true or not true. I said at the beginning, she may or may not have been qualified for the job, but someone put her,
She might have been appointed to the job originally,
Yeah.
but then she ran,
exactly.
and that was her choice again.
Oh, okay, well, she was already doing the job, and apparently no one, I may have even voted, I don't even know. Because I go in there and I vote at that time, but guess what? I voted for years, I voted for multiple auditors, multiple mayors, multiple councilmen. I can't remember them all, okay?
I can answer your question as to how she got there.
Yes, please.
Bob Landon resigned. We had a vacancy. I was in the Republican Party. We had to solicit applications to fill that vacancy. She submitted her application with all of her qualifications
Wait,
on it.
what about the person that fell in the middle between there? Because there was Robert Landon, and then there was someone there for about a month, and then she came in.
I think that was Mr. Watts.
Mr.
That
Watts.
was you? Okay, because I'm like, I knew there was a name
Yeah.
that popped up for like a brief little thing.
Right,
All right,
yeah.
because once again, I don't know all this stuff. I'm just a person that's been trying to pay attention, because when our money's missing, it's important.
These are all good questions.
Yeah.
They're all good questions.
I'm sure you're
I
not the
just,
only one.
I just hear finger pointing, and I'm over here, and I'm just like, is this a soap opera? I'm over here, I'm sitting back here, I'm like, am I in a soap opera?
They're all
And
good
it's all
questions.
like,
And
do-do-do-do, and that's why I'm over here like, someone needs to be responsible. Can't just point at one person. Because as a collective, we are supposed to be holding each other responsible,
But-
or are we not?
we can hold each other responsible, but the office itself is her responsibility.
Are you for the auditor?
You can bring it here.
Thank
But I
you.
wanted to tell you.
Oh, wait a minute, my name, I'll put my name on it.
I just wanted
And
to
your
tell you
email
that
address.
And your email
We
address.
went with ADP, and we're sticking with ADP. We have a payroll clerk that can do it. We're also bringing help in to make sure it gets done correctly. We're going to clean this thing up and move it forward. And this is not just the auditor's office, it's the whole administration is working on this. So it's not sitting idle with just one person. Everybody's involved, and we're all working together to move it forward, to get things corrected for our employees.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm not even a city employee. It's important though, I know we went through other auditors and stuff before. I mean, I don't know why Mr. Landon resigns and whatnot. I don't understand that. I want to think that there was miscalculation of money or something, but mistakes happen on that. I don't know what that's all about. But all I know is we need to get to the bottom.
So if it helps you, we had a meeting last week, and there were 17 people involved in that discussion. If that,
I mean, because the council meeting last week?
no.
I was gonna say, because
No.
I couldn't come to it. I had something I had to
No,
do.
we have all had a meeting.
Okay. All right, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to give my thoughts on making sure everybody was trying to help everybody, and
And I do.
because this is for the town, it's
and
not
I-
just
and-
a business.
The auditor, of those 17 people that came together to try to figure out how to fix this,
Yes.
the auditor and the deputy auditor were both involved in that meeting. So we are trying to get this straightened out.
And that's all we as Marionites really want.
I want to,
Try.
yep.
Just to acknowledge we're trying, and to show us proof that we're trying. I know I seem harsh, but it's just because I don't like to take no for an answer. I never have. And so if someone's gonna point fingers, I'm gonna try to point fingers back, because there's accountability somewhere. Okay, you understand? I'm like, somewhere. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Is anybody else?
Sean Barr, First Ward City Council. It's just that time of the year where we've adopted a 25% budget. Now we have appropriations, additional appropriations coming out of committee, going to council. Was the 25% budget initialized properly in the system, Mr. Watts?
Now,
So how do we go about that? So does that mean we'll be off the entire year, starting mid-January?
no, we're not going to be off.
I can answer that question.
Go ahead.
Please.
I made a phone call today to New World to see if we can fix the budget. And we can.
Perfect.
And I asked them to contact Chelsea as our budget finance director, as the go-to person to work through that problem.
So she'll end up with authorization to make the correction?
Yes, sir, she will.
Okay. All right, well, that's huge from the beginning. I mean, we're in January, and now we are sending out appropriations and additional appropriations, and that just creates the gap, just gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
So I was-
and-
25% budget is in currently.
No, it's not.
Well, it's.
It's not. It's not right. It is not right.
I understand we approved a 25% budget, but from my understanding, it's not in New World properly.
It is not in New World properly, and it will.
It never went through the computer system.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we have a way to remedy this.
We do.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your questions. Any other comments, concerns, matters not on the agenda? Not, we stand adjourned, 7:20.
Sure you don't want to fill in here? What? You don't want to fill in, Ron's not a contract.
No, I'm good. Yeah. No, I'm totally good.
Do you know if you're going to be able to do anything on the 21st yet? I'll pass. Okay.
Thank you, though.
We just getting ourselves in.
Oh, I'll just sit here. I'll just sit here unless you want to move down.
I'll be missed.
Now, as far as, did you read over these?
As far as these minutes?
The minutes?
Yeah.
I did not go back and,
This is back before I was on
I
the
know,
committee.
me too.
But I remember what took place.
Yeah, this was the Columbia Gas.
Yeah, and it seems right. Seems right to
So
me.
just go ahead and approve it. 7:22, we're going to call Public Utilities Committee to order, please. Clerk, if you'll take roll.
Mr. Prater? Ms. Lang?
Here.
Mr. R. Smith?
Here.
Okay, first thing on the agenda, summary of proceedings, minutes from December the 1st of 2025. I've read over them, I don't see any corrections that need to be made, and I can only, so I'm going to make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Clerk?
Ms. Lang?
Yes.
Mr. R. Smith?
Yes.
Moving on to new business. Utilities 1. Clerk, if you'll read, please.
Ordinance authorizing the Public Works Director to enter into a contract for a firm supply of electric power for members of the City of Marion Aggregation Program and declaring an emergency. This came from the Law Director's office.
Okay, and basically, this is to continue our aggregate program?
Yeah, just real brief and as quickly as I can state it, this is a housekeeping matter that we have dealt with annually for the last couple of years. This authorizes, we need to replace in this draft, Public Works Director with Service Director. And actually, the last one you passed last year had Service Director in it. This has just been errantly picked up, so anywhere it references Public Works Director, it should reference and refer to the Service Director. Passing this Monday night is extremely important for those members in the city's electric aggregation program, because this enables our consultants working with myself and the Public Service Director to collect quotes for the next 12-month term. Those participants that are in the city's electric aggregation program, their current rate is .0837. That was set approximately last June. It was a 12-month period. It's coming to the end. We had good success having pricing that is less than what they call the fallback supplier, which is Ohio Edison. If you would not choose the supplier on your own, your electricity will be provided by Ohio Edison. Their rate is higher than ours right now. So this will enable us to get quotes for the next 12-month period or 24-month period, because we're asking for both those in our request. So next Monday night, I hope the committee sends this on to council so the council can pass this and authorize it being passed next Monday night, so we can obtain our best pricing for June 26th through possibly June 28th.
Do you have any questions, Rob?
I have none, no. I'll make a
Anybody
motion, we
else?
send this to council with a recommendation to approve.
I'll second. Clerk, take roll.
Ms. Lang?
Yes.
Mr. R. Smith?
Yes.
Any matters not on the agenda? Dealing with public utilities. I do believe that there is a hearing for the Aqua increase on,
Public Utilities Commission will be holding a meeting on January 28th here in the courtroom regarding the increase that Aqua Ohio has requested.
and the time of that meeting. I know it's been changes.
The doors will be open at 5:30, but the meeting will start at 6.
At 6, okay. If there's no further questions or anything, then we adjourn at 7:25. Short and sweet.